I'm a dog.
Get straight to business, okay? Let's talk about the press conference for Dan Morgan and Dave Canales. They want to present to us what their mission was going to be, their plan of attack, what it is that we can hope for, and what are the first stages to building this team right. So one thing I want to discuss is alignment in the building. Dan Morgan said this several times about them being aligned, and whether that was because of the chaos in the front office and the staff or whatever for 2023, the Hunger Game nature, whatever they wanted to call it, I'm pretty sure it had something to do with that, because they know those questions were going to be asked for sure. And they had a plan going to that press conference. So whatever case it may be, they got to be aligned. Any type of team, organization, anything, you got to be unified, one voice. You can't have these divisions and people, these little cliques or groups, because you're not going to succeed in anything, especially a team sport. So I'm glad Dan kept saying it over and over again, even if it was rehearsed. I'm happy to hear that. One thing that Dave Canales said in this press conference that was pretty good, I never heard this before, but not what can't we do, but what can we do. Boy, that sounds like something presidential, don't it? I like that. Well, he's a good speaker. I'll give him that. But clearly they got to put it into action. We got to see it with our own eyes, right? So that's how I feel about it. And I'm sure that's how Panther fans feel about that. They have to build on their weaknesses and keep their strengths solid and build on to that also. So one thing that he said that really hit home was find strengths and make them second nature, and find weaknesses and make them a strength. And our strength was the defense in 2023. Now, on the offense, it was hard to find a strength. The only two people that were solid the whole year to me was Chuba Hubbard and Adam Thielen. That's it. You can make an argument about anyone else, but I'm talking about, through the year, solid, consistent performance. I know ISM came in later, and he was pretty solid. DJ Chark had his flash moments, same as, Tommy Tremble. Actually, Tommy Tremble, he's coming along. But I can't really say it's a strength just yet, because you want to see it used more, more often and stuff. So, yeah, so Thielen and Chuba, to me, were strengths on offense. But overall, our offense was clearly terrible. It wasn't great. So Dave got a lot to work on for sure, and his players also. All right, let's get into this other thing that happened. This is one of my favorite things about this press conference. Dan Morgan said, bring players here that are competitors, have leadership, and that are dogs. Whoa, man. When he said that, he looked like he wanted to go back to his old playing days, get the pads on, the helmet on, and just knock a mother out. I seen that intensity in his eyes, man. I like that. This is one of the reasons why I like that. He's an ex-player and he's a GM. What other GM saying stuff like this? This is entertainment, but it's also, I don't feel like it's fake. Like, he know what he meant by that, and I felt that for sure.
We need guys that are hungry to go out there and inflict pain on their opponents. We need guys' toughness. We need physicality. We need those type of things. I mean, just to put it plainly, we haven't had enough of that, and that's going to be our DNA, to where when people drive up to Bank of America Stadium, they know they're in for a dogfight. So that's what we want to create here.
So we had to step that up for sure in the draft. All right, so he wants Panthers. Dan Morgan wants Panthers to be feared, because he acknowledged that they are not feared, and that's a good thing for him to say as our GM.
When teams drive up to this stadium, we want them to fear that logo. The logo has to be feared again, because right now it's not feared. So we got to get that back, but I think it starts with getting the right type of players.
And let's get into Dave Canales. One thing that he said that I liked is he emphasized on protecting and taking care of the ball.
Everything we do, from the protection calls all the way to how we carry it,
to our receivers transitioning and the quarterback, the decisions, all is about taking care of the ball. +1 equals 82% win. That's a historical number. If we can just be one turnover better than our opponent, look what we can do. We'll set ourselves up for success. And that's, if I can make it that simple, what if I told you in the wild card round that the quarterbacks and teams that didn't turn it over won the game? It was as simple as that. We ain't even talking X's and O's and what the style and philosophy of our offense or defense is. If we make it about the ball, we can go as far as we want to and put ourselves in a position to be a championship team.
You usually should win games if you have less turnovers. All right. 9 times out of 10, you will. All right. So that was good. I like that. Because we all know interceptions, fumbles, in 2023 did not help us whatsoever. All right. Anyway. So it's not just about hyping everybody up for the good plays. But if you do something bad, you better recognize it and fix that real quick. Because he should have some words to say to all the players that do that as a head coach. So I want to see that action from Dave Canales when we start the season and off season, all that stuff, man. All right. So interesting. Dave Canales was talking about Bryce Young. And people don't know how to feel about this. They have mixed feelings. They think he's just saying that because clearly he has to say he wants Bryce Young and has that desire to work with him to get the job. He wanted a head coach job, so people think that's what he had to say. But I'm going to just keep looking, learning, and see if he actually believes in Bryce Young. I feel like he believes in him. Until he shows me otherwise, I'm going to believe.
We are going to become what Bryce is great at in the pass game. We're going to grow to the capacity that he can handle. There's got to be a commitment and a discipline about that. There was a growth curve there with Baker. Here's where we're at today. Based on the information we have, let's get into these situations to see where he looks most confident. When I see that back foot planted in the ground and that ball rips out of there without any hesitation, I know we got something. Let's find more of those. Let's put it in 3 different personnels and a couple formations and motions.
So that's all I got, guys. I really appreciate it for tuning in. Hit that like, subscribe button if you haven't. And until next time, y'all.